Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Bloodnet. Just to recap, in the last episode, Ransom was able to wrap things up at the Great Lawn, which is basically one part of the Central Park, where there were some children, unfortunately with drug addictions, like red lifters, Psy blossoms. I don't know how I remember them, but anyways, and then the people there also were former workers kicked out of TransTech for various reasons. It's quite unfair, and those people with Great Lawn were in a bad way, so Ransom was able to help them. Wait a minute, that was actually 2 episodes ago. He was able to actually talk to Sanders, the guy who was suffering from the syndrome that Ransom also suffered. And I didn't really know that I had the item to help him. I should definitely pay more attention or pay better attention to the things that I have. I mean, it's quite full now. I don't think I have enough space now in Ransom's inventory to get more stuff. What happened was Sander was able to trade the neural implant that I didn't know that I had for a whole loot of stuff, including the samurai soul box that now is required for Ransom to go to. It's quite all complicated. I mean, there are a lot of things to remember and jot down, and I did write stuff down just to organize and to make sense of things. But then Ransom needed that samurai soul box that he got from Sanders to go into the well and complete the quest involving Lenora Major that would ultimately help him to get into TransTech without being caught. So that is probably the most immediate thing or most pressing thing that Ransom has to do. And in the last episode also, Ransom was able to stop by the Met and was able to listen into some couple with a child that they always wanted and want nothing but the first-rate stuff for her child, even experimental stuff. So they requested Ransom to look for something called a Babel code, which allows user to be able to use Google Translate or something inside their head and be able to just read the languages without any kind of study or anything like that. So it's pretty cool, but I don't know where to actually go on from there. So that's probably backlog of things to do here for Ransom right now, but I probably eventually come across it and hopefully remember to give them. And the reward is going to substantial around 25,000. So since I lost 25,000 to Lenora Major for the code, I think I really needing that money. So I'd definitely be on the lookout. And then he ended up in this weird place with weird sculptures and all these artsy-fartsy aspirations here. I don't know what this all means. tentacles and mask. Anyways, Ransom is hiding from all these people after having talked to them. Quite scary group of people. Well, I really shouldn't say that, but they're kind of more high-minded people, let's say that. Revolutionaries and so-called anarchists. Wants more action on the part of the people who can use cyberspace for a lot of different things, such as Cyril Thorpe here, who's supposed to be a very almost a data angel savant, data archangel, as described by one of the people here. They want to use Cyril to, go at the company a bit harder, create an upheaval, and use violence if need be. I don't know whether that is the apt description of anarchist desire, and these people are all about. I think I'm done with them though. I did glean all the information that I could get, hopefully. Although, I mean, coming from the Sanders example, it only triggered the part where he gave all the stuff that I needed, actually needed for the quest here, by talking to him for the second time. So I could probably receive more things or find more information about stuff by talking to these people for a second time, but I found that if you talk to people too many times, your bloodlust goes up. Right now it's at 56%, so it went up by a substantial amount, I think. But I guess, compared to the level when I first arrived at this cafe, and I guess, bloodlust means that he got a bit more flustered or angry or something, some of the stuff that he experienced here, and anywho, yeah, so my plan of action for this episode, hopefully, I just talk too much. I need to just do stuff rather than talk about it, but just trying to jog my memory a bit before I do stuff. Certainly a lot of things were said and a lot of things were done. Yeah, label pin, and this is a quest-related item, I think. Kyle right now has it, but I think it is possible to equip this, and someone will be able to recognize it. I just do it before I forget. Yeah, and then it was given as a tip by viewer Johnny Blaze, so thank you very much. I wouldn't have known about it. I probably would have to see and try to examine some of these items, although I'm afraid that whether this is going to contribute to the Bloodlust rising. Yeah, the Hellfire Club is a place where I need to go to. I think it's a really important location, I think. So if I have an invitation, I'll be able to go there. I don't know exactly where it is, but...
They meet midtown at the plaza.
I think it was called the Plaza Hotel, so I need to go there. Perhaps in this episode. Initial sensors, I don't really need this, so I just give it to Avery to open up the space. And some shotgun shells. Okay, so I think Avery needs some shotgun shells because he needs to be equipped with firearm. And I think there was a note from Gerry Sue or Jerry Sue that I need to also read and examine. Yeah, here it is. This is what Stark was talking about or complaining about to Gerry, saying it's cute.
Cute.
So you burn with anger as you look at Jerry Sue's note. It is written in 3 languages. Yeah, of course. He introduced himself in the same manner. It reads, La curiosité serie d'une de récompense. J'admire ce que cherche la vérité. Or vérité. No, this seems like French. And the next few sentences. Yeah, the next one is Spanish. The last one is German. I really don't know how to pronounce this. I had to ask the puzzle guy at Benny Puzzle to read a note and to translate this for me. Of course, he talks in crossword puzzles and gave the clues to this note in crossword, which I really don't get. Yeah, so I think at least from my very basic French, it seems that he admires those who search for the truth, so it doesn't really mean anything, although it might contain some clue. Now, Spanish and German, I don't really know anything about those languages, so yeah, although Spanish does look a bit like French. Los poderes to Cyril. Nah, I shouldn't really even try to speak the language. Usados para bien a para mal. I don't know. German. Hummert Nick. Oh boy. Yeah, so I did ask Benny Puzzle about this note and he really didn't give me a good answer. Because I didn't really understand how to solve the puzzle. Crossword puzzle, I mean, at least you know how many characters are involved in the words, right? But here they don't even tell you, except for very few instances. Yeah, so yeah, I'm in a bit of an impasse as to what I'm going to do, but the thing I can do right now is to go into cyberspace, and I have a plan for how to go about doing that. Yeah, without further ado, my bloodlust increase once again. Hopefully not. 56, yeah, is stationary, but let's just change some of these. Yeah, machine pistol, let's change it to something else. Yeah, I need to change the loadout to prepare for the battle because last episode the battle just happened. So the shotgun seems to be a better weapon for Kyle. He does have shotgun shells too, so he'll be able to use it a bit better. Because his firearm skills is pretty high, I think around 90s and up. Rima Fizz, yep, with arrows pointing to some, I don't know, nether regions. She's equipped with some things, although I don't know, I wonder whether these things can be equipped here. Electrode, I don't know, can it be equipped? I think I got this from one of the children at Great Lawn. Okay, jury rig. I can try to assemble flamethrower, I believe, but I don't have the toolkit. So yeah, let's go out and about to New York once again. And this one I figured out. Basically, if you click right mouse button twice, you can see the brief description. No, don't talk to him. Goodness. Maybe it did increase my bloodlust after all. 56 to 60%. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yeah, but if you click really quickly, right mouse button, you can see the name and the description. Alright, let's go into New York and go to... Yeah, this is where I am, Canal Street. So let's go to Houston Matrix Rovers first. I need to pick something up here. Alright, so here we are. I talk to Pen once again. Yeah, okay. The same thing. 60%, wow, this is just crazy. Anywho, yeah, we are spared the music soundtrack that happens every time I enter a new location. And yeah, there's something that I forgot to pick up, which is this. I didn't know, I thought that this was part of the background because it was kind of hidden behind the chair here. This is called a patch cord, I believe, which allows you to use the abilities of your party member when you deck into cyberspace, which means that I can use the Rima Fizz's really good decking skills so that, you know, Ransom can travel the cyberspace without being caught. Although he'll be caught like if he stays there for too long, but definitely going to be better with this patch cord. And I think just placing this inside his inventory is enough to make that work. So here we go. So he has patch cord and we'll be able to use it. Right, and now I can talk to this guy since I talked to his friend.
We need to talk, Maghsoudi. I talked to Cisco Alvarez at the Abyss about a job. He's interested, but insists I let you in on it.
I doubt it. I doubt he said that. Seems like every day we get a hustler trying to hire us. We're specialists now, more legit and very expensive. Don't like to judge by appearances, but you don't dress like you could afford me.
New line of work? Mind my asking?
Rescue work, reintegration and reunion. Family members and loved ones of cyber-lost deckers are willing to pay big for someone willing to jack into the net and look for the pieces.
I don't get it.
A good number of data angels, they go in, but they never come back. Their soul boxes fry or security makes a mess of them. They become dispers, the files making up their data angel scattering all over the matrix. I can find the pieces, reintegrate them, and download them back to their bodies, or any other appropriate host for that matter. At least I'll be able to do this after I've solved a few hardware limitations.
So much for reforming. All that decking won't be legal. What's the wall you're hitting?
Can't get performance out of the Elite Series decks. I need a Praxis 3000, or whatever they're using at TransTech these days. But that's taking time. Otherwise, I'm ready to start. Maybe we could help one another. You come up with a Praxis 3000, I'm yours. No questions asked.
Okay, so Maghsoudi, I don't know, maybe because he was friends with Cisco Alvarez, who is a person with Latin heritage. He has a last name, seems like an Iranian last name, but he does sound like a Latino. Anyways, so he sings a bit of a different tune now that we talked to Cisco, and he has a pretty interesting job. I mean, the developers thought about everything, trying to rescue people who were lost for so-called flatline, which means that their consciousness was lost in or severed from their body by being trapped or by something very nasty things happening to them while they are in sea space. And he wants to rescue them and return these consciousness fragments of memories into their original bodies. Yeah, so that's a pretty interesting thing. Could be a subject of a whole new book or game. Yeah, I mean, right now we have everything that we need to enter into cyberspace. So let's do that and go to Lenora Major to get our 25,000 virtual bucks worth of plot progression. And as you can see, just like Maghsoudi was saying, we have something called Sea Flyer Memory, which is a fragment of a person called Sea Flyer or some entity. And I think we hope to collect more. We have Samurai Soul Box. Cool. And we are all ready to jack into cyberspace using remote physics skills. Yes, enter into it. The power of the CD media. Hopefully there will be some music. Just a bit too unnerving with that one. Okay, so craziness that is cyberspace. Now need to go to Fat. Okay, there's a dragon. I don't know what this is all about. So let's talk to this guy.
Behold, I am Zeus,
Oh no.
the great god, the lord of the matrix. Those in the net bow before me, for I rule my cyberspace subjects with an iron hand.
Really? And just who chose you as exalted ruler?
Do not mock me. I know who you are, Ransom Star. I have tracked you. I know your pathetic attempts to infiltrate TransTechnicals, your feeble information pirating. You are no more than a bite in the vast realm of cyberspace. I have done great deeds in the net. My power is unsurpassed.
Then what do you want me for?
Your attitude offends me. You do not respect my authority. Others pay me the homage I earn. I've done more in the net than you'll ever dream of, Stark. I found my way into niches of TransTech you didn't even know existed. Slithered out of security's grasp countless times. Amassed a great fortune. I was shutting down the New York telephone system for kicks before you even knew what a decking unit was. You sicken me.
Then get out of my way.
I will, but only if you have the courage to settle this like men.
Settle what?
Silence! You must pay for your transgressions against me, the Great One. I thought nothing would ever give me more pleasure than the network, but I believe something will. Watching you die at my hands back in New York. I want to see your feeble form beaten to a pulp and hear you beg for mercy. You talk big, Stark. If you have any guts and any pride left, you'll appear at my home base at NYU. If you don't show, you'll be laughed out of the Matrix by every decker in the net. You win, you'll get all my decking equipment and information. But fat chance of that happening. Enjoy the cyberspace trip, Stark. It will be your last.
I don't get it. That guy was Zeus.
Might be worth looking into. You never know where something might lead till you look into it.
Alright, so was I supposed to go into New York University, NYU, and to try to meet the guy behind the facade? Introduce himself as Zeus. I mean, Nuclear Winter, the data angel that we met first when we entered into cyberspace. Warned about him, and seems like just an internet troll to me, but yeah, wanted some offline contact just to settle things. I don't know why he hates Stark so much. Maybe prior beef with him, some history, born of some, I don't know, irrational hatred of the guy. I'm not so sure what happened, but yeah, it'd be interesting lead if it helps us to get the information, as he says, to get into TransTechnicals. Yeah. Let's just save the game while we are at it. So, okay, so I think there was a kind of random event that happened. Pretty cool. Here is a fetch, so let's go into Lenora Major's web space.
I'm the File Access Table System module for this quadrant. Call me Fax. If you provide me with a destination address, I can transmit your matrix instantaneously. Please enter a code.
It was Major. Yep. So here is Major, sporting the, I think, the best soul box available in the game, Dragon.
You took long enough, Stark. Okay, you're ready for the Essence imprint into the TransTech security file. It'll take a while. The program and I will merge with you and copy all your files into the system. You ready?
I guess so.
TT/:, copy RNS Stark.
Oh my goodness, she's not going to...
TT secname. .file. Are you sure? Y/N/Y. Stark.live.
Goodness, she's basically saying everything that is happening in computer prompt.
Stark.purse.
Wow.
Stark.hist. Stark.app. Stark.fizz.
This is...
Stark.net.
They didn't have to do this, really.
Stark.combat. Stark.hack. Stark.deck. Stark.lang. Stark.effing. Stark.ego. Stark.habit. Stark.sex.
Yes, please.
All files copied.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
That's it, Stark. You're in. Things should be easier at the Brooklyn headquarters.
Really?
Unless you're stupid enough to be caught red-handed, you shouldn't get hassled as much now that you're imprinted into the Matrix. Nice doing business with you, Stark.
I think I get hassled. Yeah, I think I get hassled out of TransTechnicals.
This does seem damn peculiar, but then I never did master this cyberspace stuff.
Yep. Lash and all these guys are with me in cyberspace right now. I think these little things floating around, like blood cells or something like that, doesn't really have any import. Yeah, so I guess we can travel around. I do want to save, just in case I get hassled by TransTechnicals. I don't think really changes anything in the sea space. You know, I do have like... I don't think there's anything in the inventory. So Lenora Major's transformation does stuff to you that's not really evident either in the decking unit or in the sea space. Well, at least you can go to their Brooklyn office and, you know, try to explore that area without being accosted. And this is basically C-Space, you know? This is just unending screen of same type of background with same things floating around. And I guess if you're lucky enough, I think there's a luck stat, then you'll be able to find something interesting as you explore aimlessly. And I found something here, yeah, which is stationary stuff. And what did I get? Okay, so I got another fragment of Sea Flyer called Ego. Right, so I guess we need to collect them all. Yeah, a lot of fetch around. Of course, you need fetch to go anywhere. Alright, I think we are done here in cyberspace. Let's exit. And we are back. Yeah, so what's the time? 11:59 p.m. So almost midnight. And 60% still. Okay, so it didn't really increase. But if I talk to people, then it's gonna change soon. Yeah, so I think there is definitely a threshold of how many people or how many conversations you can hold with NPC before Bloodlust goes up, but I don't exactly know how many. Okay, so it's rather quiet. Going to New York once again. Now that we are done here, we got the Lenora major stuff. We can go into TransTechnicals, which is pretty close by. And with few leads at TransTechnicals, we can try to search for the Star Chamber. We can ask around, not ask around, but we can probably snoop around using the stealth feature, use lockpicks to go into their offices. Maybe we can visit there, but I'm kind of worried about the Bloodlust, so we have to just... Alright, yeah, what do you know? A new place opens up. NYU dormitory. So Zeus probably is a person who is a student there. Yeah. But right now the most pressing thing is trying to find out how to solve the Bloodlust problem. St. Petrus Cathedral and the Plaza Hotel. I think the Plaza Hotel is where the Hellfire Club is, so maybe I could visit there. Where's the Met? I'd like to try something at Met, but it's a bit too far up. So should I try to visit somewhere nearby? Maybe track Zeus down? Kafka conspiracy is also a thing. Okay, so given that we have around 60% Bloodlust, I think we can spend a bit more time as we go up Manhattan. Let's visit the NYU dormitory. Alright.
Looks like we've been had, folks.
Okay. I wonder what Ash means by that. Uh-oh. What is this? Search this area and finds nothing except for this horrible noise. Who are you? Are you Zeus?
Hi. Can I help you with something?
Sorry, I'm looking for someone by the name of Zeus.
You're looking at him. You gonna fight me, Stark?
You seem to have lost a certain intimidating quality.
Well, Stark, you're onto my secret. It's true. As Zeus, I'd heard about your work in the net. I saw what you were capable of, and I needed to ask your help. Since I didn't have any large sums of money to lure you here, I thought the next best thing would be a challenge. Primitive, yes, but it works on your type of guy. Of course, all I can offer you now in exchange for your help is the promise of information. Hot information on TransTech. Could you help out a fellow Decker?
Okay, so Zeus was basically, you know, as it with most tough guys on the net, I guess, yeah, it was just, seems like a scrawny student, or I don't know. I mean, she has a pretty big room to herself. I don't know how Stark was able to pinpoint her location out of all the students living in the dormitory. But yeah, I guess I really agree. I mean, I guess it's not really time sensitive, and we like to get all the information that we can get. Although I suspect that it's not really going to lead anywhere.
Thank you, Stark. I need you to help me rescue a good friend of mine, Max Verbatim. Banks was into something big in TransTech's system, something about the design of cyberspace itself. He wouldn't tell me exactly what it was, but I tried to crack his code to the well where he hid it. All I know for sure is that all the N's are L's. Well, Banks got reckless and they caught on to him. He was doing some sim pirating at Paragon Virtuals, easy stuff, when TT snagged him in a data cage. I used to go in there to grab a diversion from time to time. We all did. Their cyber address code is practically public knowledge, softball, and the entry code is ninja. I know you could use the information Banks was onto. All I want is Banks back. Please do what you can.
Okay, so she... Oh gosh darn it, what the heck was that? Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Thank goodness I can control... Is this because Ransom's Bloodlust is going up? He's hearing things? Yeah, 64%. And his humanity is down by 1%. I wonder why. Coming down automatically. Okay, well, I mean, that is something that I can go on and try to check next time I plug into C-Space. Yeah, so until then, we bid, can I enter into cyberspace here? I can, okay. So what was the code's name? Can I check dialogue replay here in C-Space, or have I wasted my time once again? Yeah, I shouldn't really make this a habit though. Okay, so... Oh my gosh, what is this now?
Whoa, back off, man. Listen, I don't want to mess with a virus. Let's just go our separate ways. No harm done, okay?
So you know what I am, smart guy. But do you know who I am? Any guesses?
Seeing as your cyber ego is about as big as TransTech's hacker hit list, you gotta be the king himself.
That I am. Rovers lives in the net. And he's done so much damage he can't remember it all. Of course, never wreaking havoc on the common decking man. I'm just a man on a mission for information freedom, baby.
Huh.
What's with the modesty? You single-handedly shut down the Manhattan Utilities Commission billing system for a full month. You were the one who added the Christmas bonus to all non-exec TransTech employees' accounts when management went cheap in '92. How'd you manage to stay out of TransTech's snare anyway?
Well, they can't catch me, man. I'm a king. Ain't nothing can stop me.
So why did you do it? I can understand why you'd want to stick it to the company, but why would you choose to stay in the net forever like that?
It wasn't a choice, man. My greatness was thrust upon me, you might say. My original plan was to create the definitive map of cyberspace. It'd never been done by anyone outside of TransTech, and I wanted absolute knowledge of the net. I designed a mapping program, decked in, and merged with the program. Too bad I went in before I debugged the code, so now I know where everything is in here, but I can't get the hell out.
You just let your body buy it, or is it hooked up somewhere?
Nah, it's long dead. I was working alone. When I first arrived, I decided, as long as I was in here, I'd raise a little hell. Now I've done everything I can. With real style, I might add. And I want to get back. I've heard of your work, man. You're hot to get into TransTech. I've seen so many TransTech pigs access your file. It's like your holophone number's been written on a John wall. I could help you out. If you could get me out into the real world again. Interested?
So Elvis here is a very adept attacker, data angel who, did all the things he could in C-Space. The problem is he went a bit too deep, went off the deep end, and his body is all lost. He wants to get back into the reality. And he sees what Ransom's going through and wants to help him, so he's like a nice guy and a very skilled person. I say yes.
Great. You download me into your decking unit, put me in a data spotter, and attach me to a cyborg body. I could take over its feeble artificial intelligence and get myself a hulking form to walk around in. How about downloading me now, cowboy? You just got yourself one badass fighter who knows cyberspace like the back of his hand. Let's go.
What? Was he the same person? I thought Ransom was emulating the king himself. Yeah, so Elvis, he does sound like Elvis, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, he might be able to join us, join our party after we have gotten him a new body. Yeah, Elvis into the party. Interesting. Yeah, so any more Sea Flyer memory that I can look forward to? I guess not. Let's just get out of here. Oh gosh, this music. Turn off? Yeah, okay, it's good. I hope the dialogue replay doesn't increase the bloodlust. Try to track down Zeus. Oh no, not this one. Yeah, she was all bluffing here. Trying to attract the attention of Ransom. Nuclear Winter probably would have been in with Zeus herself, telling all these tall tales about some of the terrible things that he can inflict. Okay, so what was her real name? Paula de Miglio? Yeah. Miglio. Okay, so had information about TransTech. Yeah, she wants to rescue a good friend of hers, Max Verbatim. Okay. South Pole and the entry code is Ninja. Should I go there? South Pole and Ninja. Perhaps we should go there. Yeah, why not? Is it increasing my bloodlust? 64%. Well, I mean, it's still there. So let's go into South Pole and Ninja. Hopefully it's going to lead somewhere. Okay. Alright, once again. So music turns up once again. No, the dialogue, What is this guy? Just talk to him.
Hey, Stark, how have you been? Haven't seen you in a while. We should really get together for that drink someday.
Right, Dreg. As if you ever left the net. You're decked in round the clock.
Hey, I take surfing the Matrix any day over dealing with New York. I even met my girlfriend in here, Stark. We never even had to meet out of the net. A cyber romance on the edge. Yeah, I'm always one step ahead of the rest of you losers.
Bet women are really impressed with that, Dreg. Of course they can't smell their new boyfriend over the net, or see that he has dandruff the size of cracker crumbs.
Go ahead, Stark, make a fool of your jealous self. But I know what I'm doing, so the girls never meet me. And maybe when they do, it doesn't always work out. But hey, by then I've got a good chance of getting some virtual sex out of the deal.
Unless you're too fat for the virtual suit.
Oh, okay, so you need a suit for that.
Now I remember why I like you so much, Stark. Your charm. I was going to make good on that money I owe you, too. But now I'm having second thoughts.
You telling me you have the money?
Well, no. I don't have the money, but I got something better. A self-replicating virus for crashing cyborg systems. Load it into a data spider, latch it onto any of the company's drones, and stand back. I'm loading it into your deck now. Oh, okay, so he's just offering it up for free. Although he owed money to Stark, so I guess this is, yeah, just payment. The security drone virus is placed in your decking unit memory. And I do have a couple of data spiders, which is perfect because I need to load Elvis's essence or something into one data spider. And this guy, virus into another data spider, so I need to make sure that I don't mix things up here.
I'd rather have the cash, but I guess that's better than nothing. Something like that could come in handy, considering what I'm up against these days. Thanks, Dreg. You may be worth your weight in fiber optic cable after all.
Alright, so got something out of Drag here. A chance encounter. But now Ransom has more weapons to use against TransTech. Yeah, so Ransom's doing really well by C-Space. And let's just try to go into this. Yeah, let's go into this area. Okay. And I just thought that I was caught in some kind of a data cage, which means you need to start over. Welcome to reality, it says. Okay. Now where am I? Max Verbatim, yeah, this is guy that Druthers was talking about, and he's yeah, in rather big trouble. I wonder how the voice is going to be like.
Tell me you must help me release me body weight cage for days, no food box decay.
Slow down, your transmission rate is too fast. My unit's parser can't keep up.
Speed is my only hope. Been in this cage for days. My body can't sustain itself much longer, and my soul box matrix is decaying. If I were a samurai, I'd already be dead. They should have come for me by now. They can't just mean to kill me like this.
No one on the outside knew you were decking? You're that reckless. You deserve what you got. If Katie hadn't happened across you, you'd be doomed. You still might be.
I didn't intend to interface for long. I just decked to check some collector traps I laid in the area. Then I noticed an enormous distortion in the ether. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen, as if a data entity of vast complexity and intensity had passed through. It was too unexplainable. I had to scope it out, and that's when this cage snared me. I'm gonna die soon. Either my mind or body will go if I'm not released from this cage. Somewhere in TransTech headquarters or cyberspace, there must be a key of some kind to undo this thing. Save me. I'll make it worth your while. But hurry. I can't last more than another day.
Alright, so yeah, I can't really do anything about it right now, but he's in trouble. Let's just exit first. And I need to... yeah, there's not much time to rescue him. And there's a... I mean, Ransom's Bloodlust is going up pretty quickly too. 64%. Yeah, I think right now the best thing to do is to go to... I know a way to get the Bloodlust down. There is something that I found on the net that I can use, possibly. Let's try that then. Yeah, hopefully it's going to work. Yeah, so traveling further up. Where am I here? Bellevue Hospital. Alright, Times Square, where the Abyss is. I talk to Cisco again. The Plaza Hotel. Yeah. I think I can go to Plaza Hotel and Hellfire Club to be able to get something to alleviate my bloodlust. But I wonder if that's going to work without risking a lot. Well, let's try to go there. I did save some. Okay. Yes. Watch yourself with these here wealthy folk. Rich and powerful start partying, people like us get hurt. Incredible. Just outside, I saw 3 TransTech upper execs, the mayor, and 2 US senators. Oh, TransTech upper execs. I wonder whether they're part of the Star Chamber. Okay, so yeah, so the Sentry. Good evening, sir. Do you have proof of membership or invitation?
Welcome to the Hellfire Club, sir. Enjoy your visit.
Alright, so this is their exclusive club where some perverse things are going on. There's sound on. Alright, so where is Stark? Oh, here it is, okay. Menacing looking sentry. So this is the guy who checked our invitation. Lenora Salem. Sorry. The woman with a common face doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the crowd. She's apart from the rest, observing intently through suspicious eyes. Renfield, a scrawny waiter, a runt of a man, looks up at you with adoring eyes. Huh. George Atchison. Okay, so this guy is one of the execs. Yeah, but he's not a mere man, he's a Star Chamber exec of TransTech. Mitochondria. This woman seems to be enjoying herself. And look at the rooms here, wow. Aida Lazar. You see a woman exerting great effort to appear unimpressed with the Hellfire Club. She smokes a cigarette from expensive hand-carved holder. Helen Donaldson. A major woman looks surprised when she sees you. Her aristocratic nose tells her you are not upper crust. Okay, so let's try to talk to her. Suspicious woman.
I've been watching you. Let's talk privately for a minute. Listen, I think we can help each other. I'm not a real Hellfire member. I'm a reporter with the Manhattan Post. And I'm about to break the biggest story of the year. I'm this close to discovering the root of this vampire epidemic.
You're looking at one, lady.
It took me months to infiltrate the club, but I still can't get into the Inner Sanctum. With your ridiculous look, you could get in. I need a bottle of what they've been using for their rituals, and my story's as good as printed. Will you get it?
Cool down, lady. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Keep your voice down. I think you do know what I'm talking about. I think you know all too well. Ever been outed as a vampire in a major metropolitan paper? It ain't pretty. You're busted. In other words, you'll probably end up dead, unless you do what I ask. If you bring me the blood, I'll have my story, and in return, I'll spare you from being revealed.
Well, oh my goodness, this noise. What is going on here? Yeah, it definitely has to do with Bloodlust, I think, rising. He hears weird rock music with a terrible reverb in his head with something out of the nightmare of his dreams. As his Bloodlust is giving up, and I kind of regret coming to Hellfire Club because, I don't know, it seems that Ransom is in a bit of trouble, and everybody knows that he's a vampire, I think, maybe because his Bloodlust is giving away all the stuff. I try to skip the most important person it seems in the center and try to talk to this woman. Aristocratic woman.
You don't really belong here, do you?
Wow.
That coat is abominable.
Then I must see my tailor.
Who are you kidding? You're street trash. You have no business being here. On second thought, you may be able to find a little business. I'm in the need of some sporting goods. Shall we say, perhaps in your street dealings you could see to acquiring for me a small handgun of sorts.
Small game hunting?
Why, yes. Namely, my husband. Right now, the weasel's probably in one of the parlors with his longtime partner in debauchery, Walter McAllister.
Oh.
And God knows how many disease-ridden women. Walter's practically a kept man. It'd be the end of Walter's illustrious TransTech career if his wife found out. Well, Frank and he have made a fool of me for the last time. Have something with you now that you can sell me? Say, a 9mm. I've got $3,500.
Huh. So we can sell handgun to off this character, heavily involved, I think, in the TransTech opposing the Catholic Church. Goodness, can I agree to you a bit later? Because I do think I need to talk to the person.
Well, come back when you can see to acquire
Yeah.
We're at the club practically all the time.
Don't have any 9mm handguns with me. So yeah, she has it out for her husband, McAllister. Yeah, I mean, she's going to maybe use the handgun to kill him, and it's going to close rather important quest lines, perhaps. And Mother Mary perhaps trying to help exorcise the vampirism from Ransom. Okay, yeah, the rock music, reverb rock music still going on in Ransom's head. Aida Lazard, unimpressed. Okay, so I guess she will be rather unimpressed with Ransom too.
I find all of this 19th century opulence a tad odious, don't you?
Whatever you say, lady. I'm just passing through.
A guest? And from the looks of you, a guest who's no stranger to the streets. Perhaps you could do me a service. My husband is rigidly conservative in his personal behavior, and he insists on imposing his stodgy morality on me as well. Even in here, if you can believe that. I'm looking for Silo Blossom and a virtual viewer. My husband confiscated the last one I had. I'll pay $1,800 if you bring them to me. We're usually here most nights. Be subtle. My husband will have you arrested if he catches you. I plan on having a little fun.
Okay, so she wants drug. Some little fun in the club. Yeah, okay. Let's talk to this person. I don't know. I don't really know exactly now.
You aren't a member, are you? I take my meals here most every night, and I've never seen you before. Are you a guest? Who are you here with?
My name's, Cassidy. Eric Cassidy. I'm a guest of, Abraham Van Helsing.
Oh no.
He isn't here tonight, though.
Oh,
Out
boy.
of the city on business.
Yeah.
You don't look like you need a chaperone, Mr. Cassidy. But if you do, my name's Mara. Be careful who you talk to. The Hellfire Club hosts only the wealthiest and most powerful. And they're used to getting what they desire. Take Brack Picaro, for example. He's been alive practically forever and has connections everywhere. I certainly wouldn't want him for an enemy. Be particularly careful of the Inner Sanctum. They can be ruthless and dangerous in their pursuit of pleasure.
Oh.
And their vices grow ever more exotic.
Well, I guess we gotta go there before things go out of hand. Alright, finally, Ransom's Bloodlust is ratcheting up. Yeah, 68%. I think it goes up by 4% every time. Alright, Atchison, what's your story?
You must be a member of the Inner Sanctum. I'd heard that vampirism was the Sanctum's latest vogue. Is Abraham Van Helsing taking part in your masquerade? He certainly looks the part, and God knows he has the energy of an immortal. The man never sleeps, and he seems to have run the Star Chamber since the company began.
Van Helsing? You know him? He sits on the Star Chamber, TransTechnical's secretive governing council? I didn't know he was that powerful.
Power is a precious commodity in this city, but Abraham has hardly cornered the market. I intend to find out precisely how powerful that old man is. He uses the company's resources to pursue his own agenda, and that threatens my financial interests. If the old bastard thinks he can take me, he's in for the shock of his life.
If Van Helsing's on your shit list, maybe we could help one another.
I think not. You would be out of your league, my boy. But here, take this. It's a security clearance badge that will allow you to enter the TransTechnical's building.
What
Take
the?
it and do what you can. Maybe I'll be lucky and you'll kill Abraham for me.
Wow, he just wants Van Helsing off. And I didn't really have to go to the trouble of getting that, whatever it's called, the code in order to bypass TransTech security, because Atchison, the high-ranking member of TransTech, is just giving the badge. I didn't have to pay $25,000. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know what to do here. Maybe there's a badge that I have to wear or something. Let's see, inventory is a badge. Yeah, clearance badge. Can Kyle wear it? Alright, Kyle, you're part of the TransTech Corp. Do it in style. Anyways, yeah. So, this is the Hellfire Club, Inner Sanctum. Now, I think one of these doors probably lead to an Inner Sanctum where real perverse things are going on. Oh my goodness. I don't know exactly what to expect. Just search here. Nothing. Yeah, it's wiped clean. Okay, location. The Plaza Hotel is home to the Hellfire Club and its extravagant affairs. Ballroom is a spectacle of opulent splendor. The murmur of clinking champagne glasses and sparkling conversation can be heard as servants attend to every need of the guests who bask in the glow of wealth and social exclusivity. Well, I mean, they don't mention about all this blaring music here in the ballroom. I think that this is just the state of Ransom's mind or something, because probably hear some classical music befitting the club. Anywho, let's try to go into some different areas. Oh, hello. Alright, 8%, I presume. 72, oh my gosh, no. Okay. Who is this person? Tabitha. You like the looks of an attractive young woman and decide to try out some of your new vampire fringe benefits. Oh my goodness. Is she vampire too? Who's this mermaid? Merman. An eager, wide-eyed young man seems thrilled to be here. He appears willing to ingratiate himself to anyone who could get him somewhere, because he's... Oh yeah, I think he's just wearing a leotard or something. With bare chest or something. I thought he was a merman. Well, let's talk to Tabitha.
Hi, I'm Tabitha. I'm new here too.
Ransom Stark. What makes you think I'm new?
Well, for one, you don't know how to dress for the place. I made sure I wore exactly the right thing. I finally inherited my membership to the club from my dad. Seems like I've been wanting to get into the club forever.
That couldn't have been too long. What are you, Tabitha? About 19?
18, really.
You know, you have really sweet eyes.
What the heck is
Thanks.
Stark trying to do here?
Why are you looking at me that way?
Trying to come onto this
Don't look into my eyes like that.
underage girl.
Oh my god. Your eyes. It's almost
Oh wow,
as
it's a vampire
if,
will,
as if
so
they
to
can
speak.
look right through me. My knees are getting weak.
Just let yourself be lost in my eyes, Tabitha.
Ransom, I think this is
feel
not the
so
time for you to work with a
can't.
stranger.
That's it, Tabitha. Don't fight it. Just let yourself go.
Lash,
Most
come on.
girls find it easier that way.
Please stop this.
What? Most girls? That's it. I'm out of here. Whatever you're trying to do, you're not doing it to me. You almost had me going there for a second.
She gone now? Yeah, she's gone. My goodness. Alright, let's talk to this person now.
Been a member of the Hellfire Club long?
Long enough.
Then maybe you can help me. I don't have the right to get into the Inner Sanctum, and it's killing me. There's nothing I could really do to earn my way in. You have to be asked by the council. The only way I'm going to get in is by paying off a guy like you. Think maybe you could give a guy a break and get him in?
You're kissing up to the wrong guy. I haven't even gotten in yet.
I know. I've been watching you. I don't even know what it takes to get in. But I'm asking you to help me when you can. I can pay you $1,000. Listen, I gotta get in there. I know I'm Inner Sanctum material. I just haven't been asked by the council to join yet. And I thought I'd just sort of speed up the process.
Well, Ransom could probably bite you. I don't know exactly how I'd be able to convince the Inner Sanctum to let him, I don't know what his name is, George, to be able to enter it, but maybe being bitten by a vampire is one of the conditions. I wonder if George knows. Young man lounges in the parlor, taking it all in and slyly eavesdropping on every conversation he can. Yeah, just talk to everybody.
Just fine. I'm used to the nightlife.
Tell me about it. You'd be surprised what goes on around here. I could just fill your ears with scathing gossip. There's a story on practically everyone. Now, that Eleanor Salem woman I saw you bump into, she's new. and she doesn't belong here if you ask me. Curious woman. I noticed that she had working class hands.
Working class
Obviously
hands.
not Hellfire Club material. Lord knows how she got in here.
Think she might be a plant?
Sure, it's occurred to me. Could be from TransTech, could be from the moral minority, who knows? All I know is, she seemed to leech on to you. I wouldn't trust it.
Okay, so yeah, he's giving us a warning about a certain character. I think she was a reporter for a paper or something. You know, given that she threatened us, yeah, definitely would pay a bit more attention. Yeah, how many rooms are there in the club? It's pretty large. Guests often break away from Hellfire Club main ballroom to this parlor. The doorway to another room is guarded by sentries. What goes on behind the curtain entrance is spoken of by other guests in hushed tones. So this must be Inner Sanctum. Let's try to go in there. I think this is my only ticket to, you know, see what's up here. Can I go in, sir? Please? Okay.
Watch what you say in here. Inner Sanctum of the Hellfire Club's full of ruthless operators.
I hear that the members of the TransTech Star Chamber, half the U.S. Senate, the governor, the mayor, and the CEOs and vice presidents of the largest East Coast conglomerates belong to the Inner Council.
Wow, yeah, and they're being rocked by this crazy music. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to make of this. Yeah, it doesn't make any noise here. Huh. Yeah, so this is Inner Sanctum. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty quiet, but I guess you gotta get your guns ready because you may meet Abraham Ben Helsing here, seeing that this is a rather exclusive club. There's only one way out, one way in. And yeah, okay, so they're in an embrace. This woman, I can probably check. Tatiana Ebersol, outlandish dress. Great sums of money. Yeah, I mean, you know, all these people who are supposed to be an upper crust of the society here seems to have some kind of implant or two. I mean, it's kind of not really a good-looking thing. All this, I thought it was just a merely kind of a flowery heavens, like decoration or something that is supposed to be in vogue in this part of the town or yeah, in the future. But yeah, it's all implant augmentations. And it's kind of weird. Anywho, let's just check this guy. Linda Blau. You see a woman wearing a brightly colored neo-promo jumpsuit. Her hair is wildly teased. Stares wide-eyed as if she were trying to hypnotize you. She does not appear sane. Oh my goodness, there's something crazy is going on. I don't know what she's doing, but she's just standing by with this guy. Yeah, as you can see, Ransom was trying out his vampire wheel trick on that poor girl who just arrived at the club and was in the parlor. But I don't know what Ransom was trying to do. Maybe he was just trying to get her away from the place because he knows it's dangerous. Alexander Tennant, you see a well-dressed mannered gentleman in his late 50s. He is dressed more conservatively than the others in the room. From a distance you can tell that he has been drinking. Okay. Topher Winslow, a wannabe vampire. Oh, a vampire. Goodness. He is in fine clothes but looks like a wreck. He's sitting with his head in his hands, sweating like mad and twitching nervously. It's obvious that his pallor is not the result of a makeup. Yeah, and I think he's in a really bad way. I think this is going to happen to Ransom Stark if he doesn't get his Bloodlust down soon. And what is this? Can I pick this up? Alright, let's examine. A full glass of bottle with red crust about its top. Bottle of blood. I don't know what's going to happen if I just get it. So I just leave it be for now. Ji Sang, a hardy looking man, seems to be enjoying himself with gusto. Yeah, there are a lot of these glasses around, so maybe I'll be able to set it myself. Well, I mean, that's probably going to be in the next episode as I try to figure out the secret behind the Inner Sanctum and talk to the people here. I hope nothing bad comes to it. Well, just to prepare, we have all the weapons equipped the best we can and see what happens. I don't think I'll be able to make it past the sentry, although I don't see anybody here that is guarding the place. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. The next time in the Hellfire Club, yes, more exciting things to come, hopefully. So until then, please stay tuned.